Okay, we need to get into Publisher first. So click the Windows button in the lower left corner of your screen and type Publisher. And then we're going to create a new brochure from scratch, and it's going to be a blank document. So right here, this one, the one that's landscape, the blank 11 by 8.5, click that, and then this will pop up. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, well, our final product with the typing and everything for the content is going to look like this. It's going to be 3 columns with all the info typed in. Okay, and then we're going to dress it up a little bit when we're done. But we first of all need to make the first column. We'll get all this situated with the tabs and everything. Then we'll copy it and paste it here and here, and then you'll just substitute the information in for each of those panels. So I'll show you how to do that. Come down here, back to your document, okay, and I'm going to enlarge this, and I'm going to make a text box. I'm going to go Insert, Draw a Text Box, and I'm just going to draw a text box starting here, and I'm going over to 3, and then all the way down, okay? Okay, and then I'm going to get Publisher on half of my screen, and I'm going to get the info that I need to type on the other half of my screen. Okay, and then, come up here to the beginning, I counted these, and there's like 26 of them, so we need to get 8 in 2 columns and 9 in another. So we just need to remember that because it's a pretty long list here. So I'm going to click here in the box, and I'm going to set a tab, a right tab, at 2.3. To set a tab, click the Home tab up here. In the paragraph section, there's a little arrow right here. Click it, and then you'll see there's 3 tabs. Click Tabs, and we want to set one at 2.3. And we want it to align at the right, and then we're going to say Set, and then OK. Okay, now we can begin to type the information, which is what's going to take us the longest. So I'm going to zoom in so I can read it a little bit better. And I hit Tab and I type. I hit Enter and Tab, and now Enter and Tab, and there I'm done with the first one. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that until I have 8 done, which would be from Calmus's all the way down to Dairy Queen. Okay, and once I have that done, once I have the first column done, remember I need to have 8 or 9, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, because that's all 1 down there. So now I'm going to click on the border of that text box, and I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to choose to copy. Then I'm going to click off of it, and I'm going to go Control V. Okay. And I'm going to slide that all the way over to this side, and then I'm going to click off of that one. I'm going to do Control V again, and then I'm going to put this one here in the middle. Okay, and now to make sure that it's distributed equally and it all lines up good, I'm going to click here. That box is selected. I'm going to hold down the Control key on my keyboard, the CTRL. I'm going to hold that down, point at the middle one, and you can see I have a plus sign and an arrow. I'm going to click it. I'm going to do the same thing for the third one, so all 3 of them are selected. Then go to Drawing Tools Format, and it is the Align button here. We're going to line at the middle. Mine didn't do much. Just make sure it all lines at the top, and then align, and then distribute horizontally so it's equal space between the columns. Okay, and now go ahead and delete the content or select it all, and then begin to type your next bit of information, which would be Mark and Ink. So I'm going to select everything in this box, and just begin to type that one, and then you will do the same thing for the third column. When you are done typing everything in the center, okay, this is the order of these are all the entries. We're going to let's put a title up here at the top. Again, I'm going to select all 3 columns. I'm going to click and select that one. I'm going to hold down the Control key, the CTRL key, and click on the middle one and then the third one. And then I'm going to use the arrow key on my keyboard, and I'm going to scroll this all the way down to about here. So I have just a little bit of room up here. Okay. And I'm going to insert a title using word art. So insert word art, and I'm just going to pick this one, and I'm going to make it say this is for the okay, so I'm going to give this a title, and I'm going to do this by going to insert word art, and I'm picking this one, and this is the businesses affected. And I'm going to say okay. That's going to put the word art there. I'm going to get the 4-headed arrow, click and drag it up here, and I'm going to have it extend from side to side. Okay. And then you can see down here, when I click on this box, Devin's name went away. If I make it bigger, his will pop up. You don't want to have too much outside of these blue borders, but if there is a little bit, it should be okay. So this is the inside, and if you wanted to make it a little bit more fancy, you could go page design. Actually, if you went insert, borders and accents, you could choose parts like this and then just, you know, put them in the corner to dress it up a little bit. And you have to be careful because it will affect your text. So this is kind of big. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that it doesn't affect my text, but I could put that down here and just as a little bit of a design to dress it up. You could select it and copy it and do Control V and then do something like this up here and rotate it using the green dot, and then put that one in the corner there. Do the same thing over here. And then up here as well. Okay, and this is kind of covering up the letters, so if you click on that, you can right click on it and for order tell it send to back, and it'll put it behind the letters. Okay, so that's the middle. That's one way you can dress it up. You could also insert lines or do borders and accents again, and you could do this. Okay, so you could put this here and then, you know, stretch it out and then copy this and paste it over here. Okay, I'm not saying this is the best way to do it. This is just some ways that you can do that. Now we need to work on the cover pages. Okay, this third right here on this side is going to be our cover. The middle one is going to be the very back, and then this one is the one that is going to be inside it when you unfold it. So the information for the cover is probably what's going to be on the invitation, and here's what the invitation looks like. I'm going to put that on half of my screen, and I'm going to zoom way out. Okay. I'll get this one on half of my screen. And then you can put whatever you want on the cover. However, just remember, I'm going to go insert text box. This text box needs to be about 3 inches, so it would go from here, there's 1, 2, 3, right about to there, and then down. So right at about going backwards 7.5. Okay, there's your front panel. Okay, and then you'll have to draw a text box for your back panel, and then for the other panel on the inside. Okay.